Governor Greg Abbott is now threatening to pull funding from children's hospitals after one of the doctors posted something on social media that Greg Abbott doesn't like. And who does this doctor think he is? Someone with free speech? No, we're talking here about Dr. Tony Pastor. So he posted a TikTok, which I thought the right loves TikTok now. Apparently it depends. His TikTok has been deleted, but in it, he posted that patients should not necessarily answer whether the questions they'll face about whether they are US citizens on their intake forms at the hospital, the Texas Children's Hospital and Baylor College of Medicine. So he says, it has made all of us physicians and providers super uncomfortable. No one has told us what people are gonna do with this information. So he's telling them, you don't have to do this. So Greg Abbott was not at all happy about that. And he tweeted, hey, Texas Children's Hospital and Baylor College of Medicine, this doctor is putting your Medicaid and Medicare funding at risk. You better think twice and have crystal clear records. There will be consequences for failing to follow the law in the executive order. So he is threatening two medical organizations to, like, really, they're saying fire this doctor because he said something that I don't like, or else I'll block you from getting this funding, which obviously would do harm to tons of people in the community. Greg Abbott doesn't care about that. Here's the issue though. He's saying there'll be consequences for failing to follow the law. There's no strong case that what the doctor was saying is not following the law. Greg Abbott just doesn't like it. And so the doctor, as I said, did take down the TikTok, but he also posted this saying, when the gov of Texas threatens you on Twitter because he's mad you exercise freedom of speech. So he's having a little bit of fun still. And he's got the NPR shirt on there, I think just to bother Greg Abbott even more. But what he's referring to here, what Abbott was referring to, is an executive order that requires the Texas Health and Human Services Commission to collect information on immigrants who use Texas public hospitals. Basically saying, you guys are coming in, you're using our hospitals, and this is Biden costing us money because you're a drain on our resources or whatever. But the issue is that patients do have the right to withhold that information. The executive order that Abbott wrote does not mean that they don't have that right anymore. If anything, it just demands the Supreme Court to actually adjudicate this. But that's not enough for Abbott. He wants everyone to preemptively surrender your rights and go along with what they say so we can round you up and cart your ass out of here. That's what he wants. And unfortunately, the hospitals are saying, oh, no. We totally support your executive order, even though it doesn't seem to be legal or constitutional at this point. And for all we know, the doctor will end up getting fired, Francesca. Remains to be seen.
No, it's terrifying. I mean, the Washington Post has a story out over the weekend about how Greg Abbott is just salivating at being able to be a henchman for Trump's mass deportation plans, and targeting hospitals is really part of it. And it is just sort of interesting, and it dovetails with also the lack of abortion access in healthcare, and the fact that when we say who's really going to be hurt by Trump policies, come on, who's he actually hurt? We see it, and it's interesting the way you see it in healthcare. Healthcare providers being told to basically rat out on women, not deliver safety and healthcare to pregnant people, and then immigrants, whether undocumented or suspect of being undocumented. And so there you have it. It's undocumented people and women who are going to be targeted and are targeted. And what's crazy about basically hospital providers, healthcare providers ratting out suspected undocumented people is it's just going to lead to people not seeking help, not seeking healthcare. And they will either die or they will walk around with preventable diseases, viruses, whatnot, and that could be treated, and actually be danger to their families and communities, to say nothing of themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just oh great, so just people are less healthy, so everyone's just going to be sort of privately dying in their cars or homes. What a beautiful state Texas is.
That's what they want. And by the way, if any conservatives watching this, does this sound like small government to you? We're gonna target individual hospitals and cut your funding if you don't give us, Big Brother, all the info we want. And I know you don't care in this case because the info is citizenship status. But okay, then is Newsom gonna pass an executive order that every hospital in California has to ask everyone if they own guns, how many guns, how they store their guns? any organizations they're a part of, any forums they post on. Otherwise, you don't get your Medicare funding. I mean, do you want to open up that Pandora's box of governors get to pry into your personal information, or else your hospitals don't run anymore? Okay, that's the road that you're walking down here. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.